All right, this is how I like bringing in a new year. We're being positive. We're talking about our faves of 2024, baby. Hey, dumpster divers, and welcome back to a new episode of our favorites of 2024. I'm excited. I obviously have been stepping back from doll collecting and everything, but it is fun to go back and look at things that we thought it was worth our money. It was worth being doll collectors. That stuff that kind of like reminds you why you're a doll collector. It invigorates you. It does all that stuff. So with the help of you guys, we voted to see who our top 20 favorites were for 2024, and the 20th is gonna be Midnight Masquerade Gaston from the Disney Store. So many people were excited for him. The whole line was a little flop, Tina, like unless you're like a huge Disney person. Like the Alice in Wonderland one wasn't that bad, the Queen of Hearts one wasn't that bad, but none of them were like really jumping out at us until they brought in this queen. He is so funny, so campy, so silly. Like they did like the chest hair and everything, which I absolutely love that they printed chest hair onto a Gaston doll. Like the fur, the pageantry, the like rooted pompadour. I think he's a fabulous doll. It is so rare for somebody to spit out a Ariel doll and then a who the fuck ever doll, and for me to care less about the Ariel doll. That's how you know you did it right. And this is how a male doll can be treated. Like they can be fun, they can be fashionable, they can be a little silly, a little campy, whatever you want to say. I'm just glad that we have this doll, and I'm glad that I got one. Okay, so number 19 for our favorites of 2024 was just the Barbie Looks dolls that came out this year. Beautiful faces. Obviously people love the made to move articulation, so you pair that with like a nice basic doll that you can feel less guilty about unboxing, rebodiing, redressing, redoing, whatever. Still having a gorgeous face, still having all the articulation you want for all the different posing and everything. It's a win-win combination. The price points aren't too bad, and they're very reminiscent of the Barbie Basics dolls, which I hear we're getting back at some point. I don't know. Everything in the doll community is conjecture and hearsay until we get pure white background promotional photos. Just remember that. You know, who doesn't like a good doll for a decent price? Number 18 was the 65th anniversary collector Barbies, the Brooklyn and the Barbie. The dress, you know, it's a little fun, it's a little cheesy, the nice gloves, the sunglasses, the faces. That's what's beautiful. The faces and the hair on those two dolls is crazy. I got myself one of the 65th anniversary Barbies, but then I gave it to my niece for Christmas, so I'm hoping she enjoys it more, except when they unboxed it, they did leave it on the floor and I saw somebody step on the box, but I think that she should have a nice doll that she's able to unbox. She's getting to that age. Number 17 was one I completely, if you guys saw the least favorites video, you knew that I wasn't really paying attention to Monster High this year, but there is this doll that came out that I think is really cool, but it doesn't feel monstery to me, and it's the Harris Reed Monster High Gen 1 body kind of doll. Like, it's a really pretty doll. I like the concept, I like the execution. I think the price point wasn't too bad either. Just a really good doll overall. Yeah, and I think they like did a slam dunk when they were designing it and everything, and I agree, it's a really good doll. So number 16 I thought was kind of funny because they were so ugly, but in like a campy fun way. Like they're supposed to be ugly, you know, they're the ugly stepsisters and everything. So number 16 was that the Disney Store's limited edition Anastasia and Drizella doll like set. Like that's fun, that's really fun. I like the execution, I like the concept, I like, you know, that's very much them going to like the Midnight Masquerade, being like super audacious and just having these like hideous silhouettes and all of this like decoration. Like it's so funny to me, and I think it just really fits. And I just like that Disney this year, they had some home runs with their dolls compared to like the last time we had a bunch of 12-inch dolls that were a little like, you know, really floppy compared to now, where they're really starting to like find that stride again. And I appreciate it because they are getting more expensive, so it's nice that we can get some nice dolls. And number 15 was the Diwali Barbie, and she's very pretty. I don't celebrate or know much about Diwali or anything, but objectively this is a very beautiful doll. Number 14 is the 17-inch Tiana's Bayou Adventure Ride like finale dress doll from the Disney Store, Disney Parks, etc. A lot of people we're like, oh, I don't really like the pink with the green and everything, but I'm like, that's such a common frog color scheme that and it's like a nice blushy pink. It's not like pink pink. And I think it's such a beautiful dress. I love the fact that they set Tiana in the 1920s America jazz New Orleans kind of situation. It was such a smart idea for marketing because there's so much versatility in that time period to like give her all these different silhouettes. Like you can go like super art deco, art nouveau, you can just do all sorts of things with it. And they always have like the most fun little details in Tiana's outfits and like all the bayou inspiration, all the like, it's a concept in architecture when you talk about like bringing nature inside, and it's just such a cool thing to see executed in other aspects of design like fashion and doll design and everything. So I really appreciate her. I didn't buy her. I haven't bought her. I don't know if she's still available yet because it happened right at the time where all this other stuff was like piling up for purchases, and I had to really calm down, and then rent was due. So I haven't bought her. But if she's still there, I might consider it because it's such a beautiful doll. But also when I buy 17-inch dolls, I have to think about how much space those 17-inch dolls take up, you know? But yeah, she's pretty. I think she's beautiful, and she has such a beautiful face sculpt. Like they've really been improving Tiana's face sculpts for the past couple years, and I appreciate it so much, with Tiana being my second favorite Disney princess. Number 13, which I'm glad these are on here because I don't feel like they do get a lot of like appreciation, but I don't feel like they get a lot of hype or love or anything. They just very much exist in their own lane, and they're setting their own standards, and that's the Disney I Love You dolls. I do think keeping them, you know, obviously the Disney themes, there's a lot of stuff you can go with, and you think it would get tired really quick, but it's like they always have the most fun silhouettes. Like they have a really good execution. Like even characters I don't care about, like Bambi, that Bambi girl, I was like, yes honey, give me that. I don't care about Minnie Mouse, and they keep spitting out all these really good Minnie Mouse ones. And I've never seen the Tim Burton thing with the Jack Skellington and like all the claymation monsters, but that doll, she looks amazing. Like they're doing such a good job with this line. And when it first came out and they had all the accessory packs and everything, they really did such an amazing launch. And the price point is a little up there, but for some reason it doesn't hit me in the head to be like, ugh, you know, like I feel like it's worth it. I never feel weird buying them. Their proportions are really good because they're more like, they're closer to Barbie proportions. They have bigger feet, but they're closer to Barbie proportions. I like their stylized faces. It's just very, like, everything about that line hits, dude. It's just such a good line. So I am very glad to see it on this list. Oh, number 12 is the Barbie Styled by Design number 2 doll, who is just beautiful. I don't know a lot about the cultural references behind this doll and everything, but I do know that she was pretty well received. People love her. She's a beautiful doll. I think she was just designed well, and she has like the perfect amount of a lot going on, but it all works, you know? Like, I don't know if I'm like using my words correctly, but that's how I feel about this doll. It's just beautiful face, beautiful makeup, beautiful concept design, execution, etc. I think she's a great doll. Number 11 is another male doll, and that is the Fiyero Wicked doll. People, I think they just really love the Jonathan Bailey like face sculpt, like with facial hair, you know, white boy of the month kind of looking doll. And he's articulated and everything. He can transfer onto other dolls' bodies really easily if you want like the muscly, like more made to move articulation. And yeah, he's fine. He's on a Harry Potter body, which if you guys haven't dealt with any of the Mattel Harry Potter dolls, they're just like, they kind of can fit into Ken's shoes. They're just a little bit thicker in the body, stuff like that. They have like base articulation. Their hips can't move in and out, but they can move up and down, and then they have like knee articulation. So like they are semi-articulated. They all have their hands like this so they can hold a wand, but they have it so Jonathan Bailey can hold his like backpack strap, his messenger bag or whatever. Yes, the Fiyero doll. He's fine. I have one, and I'm glad I got him because I do like the face sculpt. Okay, so we're already halfway through the list. Number 10, it's so much easier to talk about the dolls that I love. Like, I'm having fun here. Number 10 is all the American Girl Disney dolls. I think if you're like an OG American Girl, like Pleasant Company, like you have a lot of knowledge about the dolls. The Disney dolls may be kind of like a swing from a different field, you know? They're not the historical characters. They're not like everything that you're used to with American Girl. But if you're a Disney person and you love Disney dolls, I got the Ariel doll. I like her. She's fine. I do think she was a little expensive, and I'm so glad I went to the edge of that slippery slope and didn't fall down or anything. I'm not like going crazy for AG dolls. They're fine. I don't really care. But yeah, those were voted on a lot. A lot of people like the execution, like that Tiana with the little plate of beignets. Oh my fucking god, she's so cute. And the blue dress and the way they like did the blue dress is just nice and simple, and they added like the little modesty like clasps up here or whatever, like sleeves, I don't know what you call those. Like I think that was such a nice little addition and touch. It just really pulls the outfit together. I think, yeah, they're super cute. Okay, so number 9 is the D23 Ariel Village Dress 17-inch doll, and the more toned down, like available to everybody from the Disney store one. And yeah, I mean, I agree. I have her. I think she is really pretty. I think I said in that video, like, if I would have missed out, I wouldn't have cared that much, because like she's fine. But she is a very pretty doll. I'm glad I have her and everything. She did feel a little expensive for what I got. She is very baseline, and then I drew her too, so I got to look at her a lot more up close, and then seeing her in person and everything. Yeah, I think, yeah, she's a great doll. The D23 one I would have liked. I liked the white kind of ruffling up here, and I like the little weird thing of flowers and the shawl, which now that I'm saying that out loud, those are all things that I could have modified or made or anything, you know. Okay, so number 8 is one that was on the flops of 2024, but it's also on the favorites, if we forget all the floppiness that was surrounded by this event, and that is the Bratz x Mean Girls dolls. Obviously, doing a collaboration with Bratz and Mean Girls makes sense. It would also make sense with my scene. I would like to see that, but the Bratz are a little bit more cartoony, so I think it works a little bit better. It's a little bit more cutie, a little bit more iconic. I like all the outfits that they picked for Katie. I love the giant pink polo, and I love that they did the party dress. Those are so great. I would have liked to see Katie's other, like, maybe it's like a fun little bonus, like a fashion pack or something. I would have liked to see Katie's like purple top mini skirt outfit too. Love that, where she was like fully a plastic and she just looks so crazy, and then she falls in the trash can or whatever. Obviously, Gretchen, Karen, great. I'm a Mouse, duh. Doing their Halloween costumes, awesome. And then Regina. We love Regina, right? So amazing dolls, decent price point if you could get them for retail, which not everybody could. And I think it would be really, really slay if MGA re-released those dolls as a second run. I think that would be a very smart idea. I think that would be amazing. It would give people a chance to get the dolls, and I think a wider release on maybe Amazon, so they're a little bit more accessible for people, and taking away the power of resellers, etc. I think that would be a very smart idea, MGA. Like, if you guys like making money, do another run. Okay, number 7 is the Integrity Toys Sirene doll. Sirene? I don't know. The beautiful super cookie mermaid from Integrity Toys. I am in love with this doll. She is everything I want something from Integrity Toys to be. She's fun, she's beautiful, like her hair is so soft and all the colors and everything, and she's kind of like, she kind of reminds me of like the first 1991 like Playline mermaid Barbie, but she's also got a little bit of splash in her, and she's just like her own thing, and she has like every accessory was perfect. Every outfit choice, like when you see them online and you kind of look at the golden boots and like the fluffy little skirts and like the crazy like strappy top, you're kind of like, all right, like it's a really cute like kind of like adult entertainer outfit, stuff like that. But then you see them in real life and you're like, oh my god, yes. And so if people were able to get her, and I was only able to get her because an Integrity Toys person was able to help me, which is just, thank you so much. Like, oh my god, she was so worth it. She was expensive, but it makes sense for all the stuff that you get with her, the way she was executed, everything she comes with. Like, she really is, like, you can just see the love and the passion and everything that went into her. She was just executed so well, and it's kind of rare that we get that from any doll company at this point. Even Integrity Toys, they don't always do a home run, dude. But for this, I just crazy doll, just absolutely beautiful. And then of course I put her on that seahorse from the DC Comics and everything, like action figure, and she fits like a glove. It works so well. Okay, number 6 is the Disney Enchanted Elegance dolls from Mattel with their new kind of like articulated model muse, kind of like, I think it's called, like, is it Magic Muse body, or is that just what the fans are calling it or something? And basically they're articulated kind of like in the shoulders, elbows, and wrists, but it is model muse articulation in the legs. They fit on their stand. My Rapunzel is so top heavy she can't stand in her own stand. Love that. Love that. You guys have no idea how much I love that my Rapunzel cannot stand in her stand, because they were so committed to the doll that it can't even function within its own limitations. Like, that is so amazing to me that they would rather execute a very good looking doll than have it work logistically. Like, that is what I want to see from a doll company. I want so much commitment that it snaps a cheap little Mattel stand, or I just get a nice Mattel stand, you know, like whatever. I just love that she is so top heavy because she has so much of that beautiful hair, the way Rapunzel should be. Every Rapunzel doll, it should be not down to her feet, it should be past her feet. It should be coming out of the packaging. It should make the packaging heavy because there's so much hair in there. I don't care if it's a shitty Hasbro Playline doll. You put hair on a Rapunzel doll, Number 5 is the 35th anniversary Mattel Ariel doll. It is so nice to see her not only in her purple dress, but like a collectory, enhanced, elevated, deluxe version of her with like the water crown and the water shoes, which are so campy, but I'm glad that they made it so that they were easy to take off if you weren't that into it. Mine needs a boil rinse. I do need to wash her hair. It's very much Mattel gel hair. Beautiful, beautiful doll. I think I bought like 3 because I'm crazy. And it's because I thought one of my packages wasn't going to show up. But after 35 years, I'm so glad that doll companies are starting to explore the Seafoam finale, whatever you want to call it, transition dress, purple dress, blue, silver, we don't know. None of us can decide on what color it is, but it does seem like officially Disney has taken the lavender purple route for the dress. It's so nice to see. And I know the only reason they're doing it is because it is a much easier pattern to make, and it takes up a lot less fabric. I know that's the only reason they're doing it, but it is nice to see that they are starting to acknowledge that that was an outfit, because for a long time we didn't get it. Plus Ariel's pajamas, like her nightgown thing. Can we get that? And I also want her little like sail dress, which these are all things I can make, but I'm lazy and I'm not gonna. Plus I have to oil my sewing machine. How am I going to oil my sewing machine? Where do I get machine oil? Number 4, the tribute to Fashion Barbie. I didn't get her, but I like her. I like the fabric choices, the pattern, the silhouette. Like, I think it's so much fun. The very soft pink. I think she is a very well designed and executed doll. The packaging looked crazy good. Like, she's a good doll. She was a decent price, you know? And yeah, there's very little I don't like about this doll. And I do feel like people feel like they got their money's worth. Okay, now we are getting into the top 3 dolls of 2024. And number 3, which this is crazy because I kind of forgot about her. And I didn't get her or anything, but she is a very fabulous doll. And I think this just goes to show like how many Beyonce fans there are. But it is the Fashion Frontier Barbie, the one with like the kind of space cowboy aesthetic and everything. Like she just kept popping up. Like everybody was like, oh, Fashion Frontier, Fashion Frontier, Fashion Frontier. I didn't get her, like I said, but I am so glad that not only did Mattel make something that was like decently priced, like really resonated with fans, but that people got it and then loved it. Like that just makes me happy. I'm so glad in today's like socio-economical political climate, you're able to just get something that is so worth it, so simple, so easy, etc. That makes me very happy. Number 2, I didn't know about this doll until you guys had mentioned it, because like I said, haven't been paying attention to Monster High. The Jennifer Fang Vote doll, gorgeous. I kind of remember Jennifer from when I was watching all those movies and ranking them, because you guys kept telling me, no, you need to watch the OG Monster High movies because there's like 150,000 of them. And I was like, sure, why not? So I do remember her. Yeah, people love her. And this again, it's one of those dolls where you can really see all the passion and love for doll collecting, doll designing, doll fashion, etc. that went into her. Like, is that so hard? Like, I feel so bad for these designers at these companies, because like when you let them cook, they fucking cook, dude. These dolls come out amazing. And it's just so nice to see that every once in a very great while, you let your designers be designers, and then you get to create something so magical, so beautiful, so well received. Okay, so before we get into the number one favorite of 2024 as voted by you guys, we are going to do some honorable mentions. So a lot of them were like just Gen 3 Monster High character dolls. So we've got like Caddy Noir, Venus McFly Trap, we've got Skeleta. Those kept getting brought up a lot, and so I thought they deserved a spot in the honorable mentions. And yeah, I agree. They're very cute. They're very fun playline, like Mattel dolls for the price point and everything. And I think they're great. Another honorable mention were just all the other Wicked dolls that didn't fully make it on the list, but just in general, like the Wicked dolls were very well received. I feel like a lot of people did like them outside of like the whole shower curtain fiasco. Other than that, like people seem to like them. Some of the Mattel Creations exclusive dolls with like the fun little gear stands, those two outfits from those characters were definitely a choice to make exclusive collector dolls. I still haven't seen the movie. I need to. I'm sorry. It's been out in theaters so long. I tried to get my family to go at Thanksgiving. Nobody would bite the bait, and so we didn't go. And now it's been in theaters so long, I'm like, I might as well just wait for it to come out on streaming. Another honorable mention were all the Ryan Gosling Ken that came out with like the new updated Ryan Gosling face sculpt. I do think it looks better than like whatever goofy stuff they were trying to do before. I don't know. There's speculation it had stuff to do with like contract stuff and Ryan Gosling kind of joining the party a little too late, stuff like that. I don't know. Always Brats were another honorable mention. I love the Chloe in that. I think she looks amazing. I got her sent to me. She's so pretty. The redheaded holiday Barbie from this year, I do think she looks really good. She makes a lot of sense with like, she just works with like the plaid pattern and the theming and everything this year. The Harley Quinn and Barbie dolls, which is funny because they were on the flops list, but a lot of people still did like them. Those are some of their favorite characters from the DC universe, like etc. And yeah, I don't think the execution of those dolls is amazing, but a lot of people were very happy. They do have very pretty face sculpt. And then finally, another one that was on the flops list for the honorable mentions is Dream Besties. I like them. I like the Ken. I like the dolls. I would like to see them go for a second run. I don't know if that's going to happen because like I said, they're already showing up in discount stores everywhere. They could get a second run. They also have that YouTube show, I think, where the animation is god awful. I would like to see a series 2 of Dream Besties and maybe another Ken male character, etc. But I like the dolls. I think they're fine and they feel good for the price point and everything. Like I feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of them. For 2024, our favorite, voted by you guys, and I 100% agree, is Odile. Any Odile doll that came out this year, the mermaids, the Juan Gabriel doll, the pink gala premiere doll with like the beautiful star cartoon eyes. We love her, right? We love Angel Kent. He's doing amazing stuff at Mattel with the limits that he's given. You can always tell when it's an Angel Kent doll because it just fucking works. But yeah, we love Odile. Beautiful, beautiful face sculpts. So glad that she's here. Like, people have said they want her to be the new Playline doll, replace Millie, etc. I don't agree. I think she is so beautiful and she's so special, and I'll even say it, like, dare I say, she's being used a little too much. Like, because she's so beautiful and she's so special. I want her to be like the Steffi sculpt, where we get her every once in a while as a treat because she's so pretty. I don't think I'll get tired of the face ever. Like, I haven't gotten tired of Steffi or anything, but I'm just so glad she's here. I'm so glad we have Angel Kent, and I'm so glad that like we're getting her in a range of products. Anything from like Playline to like higher end collector to like mid deluxe collector, etc. It's just very nice to see. So yeah, thank you so much, Angel Kent. Thank you, Mattel, for not completely fucking us. And thank you guys for voting. Happy 2025. I graduate this year, and I really want to get back into creating for you guys and everything once I graduate. I'm not graduating until like May 18th, 2025. But once I'm done with grad school, I would really like to come back in here and just do a better job, give you guys more effort, give you guys a more stable setup, because I literally, it is so hard for me to film in my house right now because there's never not people there being loud as fuck. Happy 2025. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for still tuning in after all this time, letting me be crazy, letting me do whatever, letting me share the dumbest memes on Instagram, etc. Don't worry, the Twitter and Blue Sky social stuff will start being active again. We'll start drawing again. And yeah, I don't know. Just thank you guys so much. If I had to pick my favorite for 2024, it's all of you guys. Even that weirdo dude that keeps coming on here and talking about how my friend died. So thanks so much. Love seeing you in my comments, and I definitely hope you don't get something that rhymes with dancer. Bye. 2025, baby. It's sunny out. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. If I lose 40 pounds, it used to be 30, you know, then everything's gonna be coming up daisies, baby.